It's a common condition for people to get wrapped up in playing a certain game. And depending on the individual, the game will be much different. Some people, it's the game of amassing money, houses, property, power, you know. Other people, it's about gaining in popularity, getting more people to like them for whatever reason. Some people, it's the game of meeting a certain picture of what a perfect life is in their own mind. You know, they have a family, they have a house, they have the white picket fence or whatever it might be. But the funny thing is, they're more in love with the picture in a lot of cases than the actual family itself. So my point is not about whether each game is right or wrong. It's more about if you are playing any one game, that is part of the ego. And the ego is part of life. The ego is part of the body. You ride the body around, you exist with this, and it's okay to play a game. But if that game starts to cause you suffering, then change the game. It's as simple as that. It's like a guy that's 3'0" trying to become a professional basketball player, and at some point, maybe it'd just be better to be something else or do something else. Accepting that there is a certain urge inside you that is causing you to need to win a certain game, and getting to the center of that and realizing that the urge that is driving you is not mandatory for you to follow. That's important for you to know. So if there is an urge inside you that says, I must win this, or I must do this, or I must amass this, or this must happen, or I must play this game and win, if that urge is in you, that's not freedom. That urge is just driving you. And if it's driving you into suffering, then stop following the urge. It's desire, right? Nothing wrong with desire if you're having fun with it, but once you stop having fun with it, stop following it. Now, the great yogis and great spiritual masters, they stopped following desire altogether, no matter how pure it was, because they said it's always a trick. It's all a part of this illusion. You know, how do I find the unconditional experience within? Now, because the Western society is so unwilling to accept this truth, I'm more than happy to let you follow the desires and the urges and the needs to be billionaires and all the rest of it. Go ahead. I mean, again, it's another part of the game, and it's another fun part of life. That's why we incarnate, to play, you know, to see what we can do here. But if you want to find freedom, that must be sought within. And usually if you're suffering in your life, it means that you need to take your search for freedom further. And the first step is letting go of whatever game it is that you're playing now. It might even be the game of physical health. It might even be the game of needing, you know, somebody to like you or be accepted by your own family. It might be that game. It can be a lot of reasonable games. There can be a lot of reasonable games that are tying you up. But those are all conditions. They're things that you're conditioned into believing, but they're not the truth. The truth is unconditional. The truth is within, and it is always there. And it is a natural state that emerges when you stop playing games. You stop thinking. Let go of your own perception. Let go of your own need to have the drama around you and need to self-reference through this experience that you are having. It's like you're reading a perpetual book. It's like you're reading a book over and over again, and that main character keeps on going through the same stuff over and over again. Just tear your eyes away from the book. Close the book. Throw the book away. And just be here. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to be anything in particular. All of this stuff was just trained into you from the time you were born, but that doesn't mean you need to believe it. Spend time embracing gamelessness. Embracing what's just here and let go of the perpetual audience. Let go of society's opinion. Let go of what you think you should be doing. Just let what is emerge and see what happens after that. I guess you could call it the Great Emergence. You know, it's like when you're running around in circles, you're too busy running around to actually sit here and see what is coming out of you. What's happening, right? If you're too busy, you will never actually find that out. If you're too busy being distracted. So drop the distractions. This is just a decision. A lot of people say, Jason, how do I do this? How do I do this? It's just a decision. Do you want to or do you not? Do you want to discover who you are? Do you want to discover what is the truth? Do you want to discover what freedom is? Well, the first step is walking out of the prison. The first step is letting go of the imprisoning beliefs and thoughts that you have about what matters. It's about dropping your values, dropping the values that are punishing you, the values that are right now there's a child running away from her mom. It's so see, she has dropped her limiting beliefs of I should be constrained by what the parent says. So most likely there are a few of you out there that need this message right now because this is pretty funny. She's only about 3. It's pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, when you drop the game, drop the idealism that is constraining you, it is very freeing. Yeah, she's experiencing freedom right now. But she's looking back. She's looking back because she's been taught to second guess that. With good reason when it comes down to survival in some circumstances, for sure. But internally, this must happen. You see, the physical body has a few different rules, but internally, this freedom must be discovered. Don't be afraid of new possibilities. Don't be afraid of what might emerge. It'll surprise you. And it will continue to surprise you throughout your life because it is a continual process. I'm always surprised at what comes out of me. You know, I have different sides, you know, different types of creative movement. And some of the stuff is understood and some of it isn't by other people, but that's not really my concern. My concern is just to have fun. So you can do this too. So continue to discover what is emerging from you. Drop your games, drop your beliefs, drop all of the things that you are seeking, and just be here and see what emerges. I hope this helps. Take care for now.